What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. We're doing the Hard Oryx raid. We're actually doing just Hard Oryx. And I'm going to talk through it just a little bit, but I really want to show you the loot that I got at the end. It was insane, so much better than the loot that I got the first time that I did Hard Oryx. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, as you can see, we're actually not doing the fight from the very beginning, because we actually didn't get Oryx down in 4 goes. We actually had to do a little bit extra, and that made the clip longer than the 15 minutes that the PlayStation records, so I had to just make a decision to cut into the middle. So we're actually at the Shade stage, and again, I mentioned in the last video when I walked through the entire Hard Oryx fight, and I'll actually link that over here. But whenever you're doing the Shade phase, it really helps to have your heavy machine gun, especially if you have the raid heavy machine gun, because that will really help to melt down that shade. Now, I like to use the heavy machine gun and then swap over to the sniper rifle whenever I get my shots off. Now, we are doing the no night strategy. We have 2 titans up top with their bubbles, and for the platforms, the ogre platforms, we assigned numbers in the sequence to each other. So I will always be jumping on the second platform in the sequence. And this platform in particular right here was tricky a bit, because for some reason that ogre that spawns out on the front right likes to oftentimes take potshots at me whenever I'm sitting over here. I don't know why, and if that's happening to you, try to move over to the right as far as you can and maybe move up on the platform just a little bit. Just try to stay safe on that platform. It helped out that I had a self-res several times there. Now, whenever that ship is coming in, you can see that I just sat down in the Titan bubble. We actually had somebody die a couple times whenever the ship was coming by, and I have to mention, if you see that ship coming by, just jump in the bubble, because you never know if it's actually going to shoot up at you or not, or deal out damage or crazy stuff like that, and it's not worth putting any potshots out on the ogres and dying to the ship. It's just not worth it. So stay in the bubble, wait until the ship passes, and you should stay safe there. Our ogres are down. We did a little bit of a countdown in order to jump into them. We jumped into them, exploded them all off. Jumping back into the middle, it's time to hit Oryx in his chest. Deal out any little damage that you actually can. But again, the most damage comes from exploding the orbs of light on Oryx. After that, we're back at another Shade stage. Now, what we should be doing is our final stage of this battle, but that doesn't exactly happen. So, I'm looking for some heavy ammo, and I found it. I'm all set to go back in to fight the Shade. First off, we have to take care of these knights that spawn out on our ogre platforms. Once that guy's down, it looks like the one that was above the platform I was standing by is down. The thralls that come out, the taken thralls, come out on the right-hand side, then the left-hand side, then the left-hand side again. So you basically want to make sure that these thralls aren't getting into that bubble, and that's kind of a nice and easy way. You can see that we took them down on the left-hand side, and they're on the left-hand side yet again. I'm back in the middle, and as soon as I get in here, I'm jumping and getting out of the way, because you never know when this Shade is going to be swinging his sword and swinging right down on top of you. If you have a Titan with a bubble, the Titan can drop his bubble immediately upon spawn back, and that'll always give you some Blessing of Light to jump into just to stay safe. I'm out here shooting with my heavy machine gun, and the Cocoon perk works really nicely in tandem with this raid, because I can go from my sniper rifle over to my heavy machine gun, and by the time I'm out of my magazine for each, I should have it completely refilled while it's been stowed away. Now, I actually did a refill there, but it's because I was turning around looking for the Shade. I know a lot of people in this stage are actually swapping over to their scout rifle, maybe their pulse rifle off of their Touch of Malice, just to fight the Shade, and that's okay, but I think you need to prioritize shooting with your heavy machine gun first. You need to deal out the most damage you can to that Shade as quick as possible. And honestly, even though the scout rifle is great, even though the pulse rifle is great, your heavy machine gun is going to deal more damage. So prioritize doing damage. That's the only thing that I like to stress in the raid, in any boss fight. Prioritize doing damage, and the heavy machine gun is going to do that. Obviously, if you don't have heavy ammo, then, anything else is going to work. But if you've got your heavy ammo, and you shouldn't be using your heavy ammo on anything else in the raid, you should have a lot of heavy ammo. Use it on those Shades. That's my tip. That's my tip that I would say to people, to make sure that they're utilizing their heavy. Over here we have the ogres that could use a few more shots of damage, but Oryx just did his slam, and we're going to go ahead and get him staggered, shooting in his chest. Just enough there, and I'm turning around. I'm going to take down my ogre over here and help out a little bit on that last final ogre. Time to jump into those orbs and detonate them. Again, whenever you're inside the orbs, count to 5 basically, and then it's time to go ahead and run back to the middle and join your group. Now, just looking at the scroll, it looks like we got all the orbs of light. It looks like we got all of them. They all exploded. They should all be hitting Oryx, and we should be in the absolute final stage of this where Oryx just rises up to the other side of the map, and we shoot him in the chest, and that's it. But he's not. He's not, and I don't know why. He has the tiniest health, but it's not at the right stage, and I was just sitting here hoping that his chest was going to open, but it's not, and it means that we have to do a 3rd shade stage. Crap, that stinks. And I got teleported back here first, so I'm looking to find him, see if I can get any shots off with a sniper rifle before it gets to be too chaotic over here. We've got 3 headshots there, and I'm swapping back over to my heavy machine gun. Again, trying to deal out the most damage that we can to this guy immediately. And he's coming in, he is angry, and wow, he got me good. He got me really good, but I'm just going to jump around a little bit, see if I can get some more sniper shots. I do have my self-revive. I jumped into our Blessing of Light, which was really nice, but man, this shade is not looking away from me. That's okay, because I have self-revive. I'm back on the outside. I'm going to grab some of this heavy ammo that's sitting over here and see if I can take down any of the thralls that are over here before they jump in, but I actually didn't see them. They're teleported in. I'm teleported back in, so now we really need to just kill this guy. Okay, good. And he barely has any health left at all, so that's great. Okay, so crisis averted. Oryx still has a tiny bit of health. That's it. We need to do one final jumping, one final ogre exploding, one final key to killing Oryx. He's slamming on the back platform, so I'm going to run back over to the back right platform, and I'll be in good position, ready to go. All we need is our jumper to make all of this, and again, just go through the normal things. Now, what I really need to do is hope that the ogre doesn't get interested in me in this platform at all, because I don't have a self-revive. I'm living on the edge right here, no self-revive, just like any normal hunter or titan, I guess. No room for error. Don't shoot at the ogres ever whenever you're on these platforms, because you don't want to aggro them. Let your titans up top aggro the ogres. You can see that our jumper just got the relic, so I can jump over into the middle, grab myself some Blessing of Light, and just be a little bit safer. I'm going to sit in here, be really cautious, because you don't want to make any mistakes, especially right here at the end. Looks like that ogre was in good position. The ship's coming by, so again, staying safe in the Blessing, staying safe inside the bubble. Let's take another peek out at that final ogre. He's good to go. So the ogres on the left are good to go. Honestly, I don't think we're going to need to detonate 4 orbs based on how low his health is, but we do need to stagger him. There he goes. Looking over at the left-hand side, this ogre is falling down. I'm going to run and jump into this orb of light. Since it's at the final stage, prioritizing detonating these orbs is key number 1. The scroll's coming up of all the corrupted orbs of light blowing up. That means we're good to go. I don't think Oryx is going to be able to survive this on his tiny little bit of health, but you never know. Who knows, he could glitch out and come back with full life, and that would be awful. I think that would make, that might make people cry. But no, he should be ready to come up here on his front side. Everybody get ready to shoot at his final chest whenever he opens that up. Get set, and firing off that touch of malice just to get that final super good bullet. There goes Oryx, he's dead, and you actually get to watch the scroll on the screen. We actually had 4 people in this party complete the hard raid for the first time. So that was awesome. They were super excited, so they wanted to get a shot of everybody dancing out in the front. So I didn't go to get my chest just yet. They were doing a little bit of a dance party to get some shots off for those people who hadn't completed the raid. Time to grab all my loot, and holy crap, we got so much stuff. We got so much loot that I couldn't even focus on everything that came through. First off, I got my very first chest piece, period, from the raid. I got another helmet, and I actually got a couple other goodies. I got a 310 Hawkmoon from Oryx's chest, and I actually also ended up getting a class item too. So I didn't even realize I had that, and one other super secret thing that I didn't see. So here's the class item, and it's 310, which was a little bit better. And I also got this 320 Smite of Moraine pulse rifle. That's awesome. The first pulse rifle that I got, and it actually had Firefly. 320 Firefly Smite of Moraine. That was a really, really good loot haul from Hard Orcs. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel to keep updated on daily Destiny content. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your orcs. And I'll see you around in Destiny. Smite that rain.